Hey, what's up? It's Alex. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Coming to you live from my apartment, this is The Short News with Alex Mador.
Welcome back to the Short News Podcast. I'm your host, Alex Mador. Coming to you from my apartment. It is hot as balls in here. If things sound different, it's because I've tweaked around the settings. I'm using a different software now that will allow us to play things from my browser into the recorder. It's awesome. It's called Audio Hijack if you're looking for it. Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to add a noise gate later because all the city noises is in the background. What is going on in the world right now? That's what we are here to talk about. Oh my god, so Chris D'Elia is in a lot of trouble for apparently messaging young girls around the ages of 17, 16, like when they're still in high school. And apparently he's been doing this for a while. All his comedian friends kind of joked about it for a long time. But it turns out he actually does have like a teenage sex cult. So that's interesting. That's news. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but I do know his agency and management, I believe, dropped him. So, wow. And he's not the only one getting canceled. I guess this is gonna be a YouTube drama episode. What we've got going on with Shane Dawson, too. I've talked to some people on Twitter about this. He is being canceled for allegedly orchestrating the downfall of James Charles, or cancellation of James Charles, co-conspired by Jeffree Star. So all makeup, beauty world drama. And then people started digging up Shane Dawson's past. And he's done blackface in multiple videos. He's been racist, offensive, pedophilic comments that he's made in the past. Even like Will Smith's family came out and spoke out against him. And I was like, damn, you pissed off all the wrong people, Shane Dawson. Jesus. You're gonna have to make a documentary about yourself. Ugh. So that's what's going on there. And then we had on Friday, Twitch's golden boy, not Ninja, Dr. Disrespect, got permanently banned from the platform. Nobody knows why. Well, a select few people know why, but they're not saying. But that's insane. Like, all of a sudden, like, he was on his stream, he got a text while he was live, and his demeanor completely changed. And he went from, like really happy to just grim. And he was like, we're gonna get through this, guys. And then his stream just cut out, and then everybody got refunded for their Twitch subscriptions to Dr. Disrespect, and for like the month. And yeah, that's crazy. And this comes right after Twitch announced that they were going to be permanently banning people with allegations, like Me Too, like allegations against them, or anything that violates their terms and conditions, code of conduct, those types of things. So, looking at how things have happened in a certain order, it seems as though Twitch is following through on what they said they were going to do a couple days ago, and they've applied that to Dr. Disrespect. And I don't know. I think we all want to know what he did. It'll probably come out soon, according to the blind items on crazydaysandnights.net, where we go to get our gossip. They are saying that he was with somebody who was underage, and that is why he got permanently banned. Twitch doesn't want anything to do with a pedophile. And listen, I don't want to say, oh yeah, he's a pedophile, because we don't know that yet. But if Twitch is banning him permanently, that means they have concrete evidence that he did something in violation of their terms of service, in violation of their code of conduct, something that is not good for them and their image. And it, like I said, it comes right after they responded to Me Too allegations by banning multiple people's accounts. And no matter, it seems like, what did they say? No matter how prominent of a streamer you are, it doesn't matter. Like, you're not invincible to this, or immune to this rule change, or to the enforcement, which is good. They need to hold people accountable. This shit's been going on for too long. Think about it. Streamers are the most engaged with their audience out of all members of the media, because they're live, they're talking in the chat, they talk to people outside of the chat that become part of their community. And, you know, you're going to get a couple bad apples, or maybe more than a couple, that abuse that community that they've created to get things out of people that are not good. And, you know, that's messed up. That's what we're seeing also with Chris D'Elia. He's using his fame to get all these young girls to sleep with him. And that's, you know, that's really concerning. I don't know, but there's a good clip of Chris D'Elia realizing that you can save Snapchats. he realizes at this moment he knew he fucked up big time. Oh my god. And yeah, so at this moment he knew. Let me.
But hold on a second. How did it come out? Like, how did they?
The boy's mother ended up finding it.
Fucking finding haters. It? What do you mean? It Snapchat goes away, right? How they?
He probably saved it. You can screen record, take screenshots.
Oh my god. His face, he's like, oh shit. Oh my god. And he's like frozen there. Wow. There's a whole compilation of Chris D'Elia being guilty. We can go through it. Chris D'Elia exposing himself. Here we go. This new MacBook, I love it, but there is a slight delay when I talk, so if I'm slurring a little bit, it's because I'm trying to figure out what bitrate I have to record at, and you know, it's a pain in the bum. It's a pain in the bum. Here we go.
But hold on a second.
Okay, this is the
how did it come out?
One.
Like, how did they?
The boy's mother ended up finding it.
Fucking finding haters. It? What do you mean?
It's gonna happen. Some people do some crazy shit.
Yeah, it says teen's parent reportedly found the photos on his phone, which he saved from Snapchat. Also, mom, quit being a cockblock.
Oh my god.
Dude, there's no fucking Pizzagate, man. People think Hollywood, well, you know, they
this
got
is
in
a guy
Hollywood,
who's
so
probably in
kids.
Pizzagate,
you know that, right? People will look in your eyes and say that.
He's emailing people from an email called chrisdelia@rocketmail.com. Can I should I email that email, chrisdelia@rocketmail.com? Do you think it's still up? Because I would love to be like, hey, I'm a 12-year-old girl. My name is Trixie, and I love your work. When you played that pedophile on Workaholics, it was such a turn on.
People that think Hollywood is bad, people think Hollywood is evil, bro. Whatever you think that is, that's what I am.
Well, that's what they did. They put up different things, different videos.
All
Watch
for
this.
Chris,
These are
by
the
the way.
guys, and then
You can
they're
scroll
not.
through Bleach Media Official,
God.
and all he did was post about Dalia. So you think Chris was paying him too?
I don't know. I'll
Because
say
it
this.
wouldn't make a dent.
Yeah.
That's
Chris
why.
has a lot of money, bro.
He does.
Dude, I was somewhere with him, and I've said this before, where a table was uneven, and he took like $800 and folded it up and put it under the
Where
table.
does he get this money? He's not in anything.
He's got too much money.
He's
And
not
so this
in
should be a message to
anything.
your fans. Rob him. Rob Chris. You know, you go see him, pretend you're a fan, go, oh, dude, I love your stand-up.
Yeah.
Psych. Gun out.
Oh, I'm gonna dress up
money
like a 17-year-old girl, dude. Go into his place.
Oh,
fuck
shit,
him, and then
he
steal a
fucking
bunch of
got
shit.
him.
Wait, he doesn't fuck underage girls though.
No, dude, no. I'm joking. No, but
Which is, actually, that's funny. Chris is so far from being a
I'll
pedophile.
have just
Oh,
turned
nice
18
cover
that
up.
morning.
Nice
Yeah,
save,
your birthday?
Andrew.
Chris is so far from being
Nice
a pedophile.
save,
Everyone should know this on the
Santino. I
internet.
love you,
He
but
won't fuck someone under 60.
Yeah.
No chance.
He won't fuck someone under 60. Just say the exact opposite of what he likes, and then, you know, you'll divert everyone. Santino, why are you sticking up for this guy? You don't have to. You really don't have to. Okay, so let's see what else.
Oh, well, you know that there's a fucking a ring of pedophilia that people. Oh, really, dude? Oh, there's a ring of pedophilia that the top producers know about and confide in each other in and keep kids and pass them around and fuck them. Oh, really, dude?
Yeah, it's very real.
Or
There's
are you
multiple
just
documentaries
bored
on
and
it.
sitting down a lot.
Are you just bored and sitting down a lot?
People think Hollywood, well, you know, they got in Hollywood so they could fuck kids. You know that, right? People will look in your eyes and say that. And you'll be like,
Chris
oh, really?
D'Elia accused of grooming underage girls and asking for nude photos. Oh, that's not what you want to see in your career ever, in your entire life. Oh my God, wow. Alright, y'all, I went back to my 2011 Facebook Messenger and found the DMs from Chris D'Elia being creepy and persistent to me when I was 17. Oh, what does he say? Okay, let's read these. Hi, yeah, I'm in Golden, Colorado. I did a show. Where are you? Ah, damn, I would have liked to have gone. I'm in Greenwood Village, just south of Denver. It's about 30 minutes from Golden. Is that the only one you're doing while you're here? Yeah, what are you doing? What do you mean, like now? Yep. With an exclamation point. Wow, he's so weird. Just chilling at home. Are you enjoying Colorado? I don't... Wait, give me your number again. You're insistent. Why? Because I like you, duh. And plus, you know, you kinda like it. What? What? Oh, what the fuck? You never hit me back. Grr. That's so gross, dude. And then she goes, yeah, I mean, you're 30 and all. Oh my God, he's persistent. Give me your number. What the fuck, dude? You're Chris D'Elia. You can probably get people your age, but it seems like you don't want that. What are you doing, man? That's so weird. Like, Chris D'Elia thinks that he's a good comedian who gets a lot of bitches. Little does he know, he's going to run into me. What's up? I'm Chris D'Elia. Yeah, you got brownies here? Why don't you take a seat right over here? Take a seat right here for me. Now, Chris, you sent this picture of your penis to a 13-year-old girl. What do you have to say for yourself? Oh, God.
Your boy's
He's so
Hollywood.
gross.
People don't think Hollywood is bad. People think Hollywood is evil. Bro, whatever you think that is, that's what I am. It's so annoying when people say that people think something extra is going on in Hollywood. It's so annoying how dumb people are when people think something extra is going on in Hollywood.
What the fuck?
Now, was Kevin Spacey did he pick the part in 21 because he was around fucking 20-year-olds and he can maybe plug one in them? Yeah.
Oh my God.
But does that mean there's a pedophilia ring going on?
Yes. Yes.
Do you understand? Do you understand? Somebody wrote, do you intentionally play pedophiles or do you what? Hey, what? They asked me to be in the fucking thing. I liked the part, so I said, yeah.
Oh my God. All of the,
Hey, Chris D'Elia keeps playing a fucking pedophile.
all the headlines after
What?
that show Chris
but-
D'Elia
hold on
accused
a
of
second.
pedophilia.
How did it come out? Like, how did they?
The boys.
This one again.
Of course, some people in Hollywood are bad just because fucking some people are bad. You know? I was like, I fucking did the thing about Pizzagate. People were like, well, that's because obviously Chris has something to hide. He's a pedo.
Yes.
Well, he's obviously fucking got something. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him fucking look left. Look at him look left when he said it. That's something that somebody does when they're a fucking liar. And
He's
because obviously
crazy.
Chris has something to hide. He's a pedo. Well, he's obviously fucking got something. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him fucking look left. Look at him look left when he said it. That's something that somebody does when they're a fucking liar. And because obviously Chris has something to hide. He's a pedo.
He did, yeah. Well, I
Well, he's
mean,
obviously fucking got something. Look at him. Look at him.
You're
Look at
not
him fucking
doing
look
a,
left. Look at him look left when he said it. That's something that somebody does when they're a fucking liar.
okay. That's enough of that. Wow. So that's what's going on with Chris D'Elia. He now looking back at all those videos, it's like, holy shit, this dude is a creep. I don't know if anyone remembers on Workaholics. That was the first time I saw this dude. He played Topher, the group's new friend. And they were trying to catch a predator. And then it turns out when they show up to catch him, it's Chris D'Elia's character, Topher, and he turns out to be like a total bro, and they completely toss aside the fact that he's a pedophile for like a while and just hang out with him and stuff. And oh my God. And then they get him in the end. Who knows what's gonna happen here? We'll keep up with that. We will. 'Cause holy shit. How is this such a common thing in Hollywood? Now it's in the comedy scene. I mean, not that it wasn't already. You've got like Louis C.K., but this is preying on kids. Preying on kids. Let's see what this dude has to say about the allegations.
All this shit came out. The crazy shit came out was like him allegedly. I got to throw allegedlys, and I contacted Chris because I was like, yo, you gotta tell me what the fuck the deal is because some of this shit is weird. And it was underage girls, right?
Yes.
Allegedly, he was contacting underage girls, and I contacted him. I was like, bro, what is this thing? Why are you commenting on some girl's picture where she posts some people in a fucking school bus? Like,
Pretending is hilarious.
Yeah, and then he was
That
like,
offends me as a comedian.
so then he said that girl told me she's 24. I have screenshots and everything. I'm organizing everything, and I'm gonna release it. And there's gonna be articles coming out. I'm like, all right. Tricky thing with, and then there's another one where there was like an email exchange where a girl said she was 17, and then like a month later she hits him back and he's like, come over.
Skip around.
I think only Trey Songz did that shit.
I have read every conversation. Every time I read a conversation with a girl I was even like talking to, I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this guy?
Yeah. Like hundreds and hundreds of girls coming out saying what a piece of shit you are, right?
Yeah.
To them, probably a piece of shit.
Yeah.
To women, right? That being said, that's very different than being a pedophile.
Yeah, nobody looking at Chris D'Elia thinking he's a nice guy to women.
Right. Maybe, I don't know. I never really judged prior. You know what I mean? I was never, I never really, he never gave me any
The
attention.
stereotype of a good-looking white dude who's funny
you
is...
can fuck a lot of...
Okay, this is gonna go on for a while, but there's also a clip of Joe Rogan talking to Whitney Cummings saying, "Oh yeah, I know this, this shitty comedian who is starting a sex cult," says something like that, and she's like, "Oh really?" And he's like, "I'll write it down." He writes it down, or she writes it down, and then gives it to him, and he's like, yeah, that one. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. According to the podcast we just saw there, or listened to, he's going to come out with a defense, and that's going to be that. We're going to see where this goes from here. But, okay, there's this video I want to find of the people in Florida, woman, mask. Okay, Florida residents reject face masks. Here we go.
My name is Butch, and I'm an American patriot. See that flag? I would die for that flag.
I would die for that flag.
The Constitution that you are supposed to uphold.
Why would you die for a flag? I don't understand the brainwashed, ideals of these idiots. I would die for this flag. It's a fucking piece of felt. Get over yourselves. It's a shitty flag. It comes with racist origins. We don't even have colonies anymore. What the fuck, guys? It's all full of shit. Pledging allegiance to a piece of fabric.
Oh, I would die for that.
I would die for that. Oh my, the silence.
It is appalling that each and every one of you sitting up there as human beings, part of the human race, the only race that we have,
Too much lipstick, lady.
To muffle people, to put masks on our face, to keep us from breathing oxygen, to get us to become sickly. You preach.
Somebody's reading too much of The Vigilant Citizen. Anybody know that site? It's a far right-wing conspiracy site. I check it out sometimes because it's really entertaining. But, okay, let's see what this lady has to say.
Pseudoscience and safety. Does anyone care about preserving the liberty of the people who pay your
She's
salaries?
reading from her phone.
Some of you are up there smirking and smiling at public comments to which you do not agree. I have the photos, and they're shameful.
What?
They want to throw God's wonderful breathing system out the door. You're all turning your backs on it. Can you prove that it's good for people to breathe carbon dioxide over and over and over again?
What about PTSD from child abuse situations? I was left in a hot car. You want to cover my face? I'm going to hyperventilate. Because I remember being stuck in that hot car. What about people like me? We don't matter because of the greater good, right?
I own a firearms business.
Get the fuck over yourself. Nobody cares. But there's a greater risk. There's a greater problem at hand. Get fucking therapy for your problem. Get a therapist. Get some medication. Get treatment for your PTSD. Get help. But there's a fucking pandemic, and if you don't wear a mask, a lot more people are gonna die, so don't be an idiot. How stupid can you be? Don't use mental health to politicize an issue. To make your fucking point. Don't.
Now, I think you might agree with me that it would be ludicrous for me to allow someone into my shop to purchase a firearm who's wearing a mask, whose face I cannot see.
They shouldn't be allowed to purchase a firearm just in general, in my opinion. Why are guns even still a thing? Oh, here's this lady's priceless. Ready for this?
We will get together and do a citizen's arrest on every single human being that goes against the freedom of choice. okay? You literally cannot mandate somebody to wear a mask knowing that that mask is killing people.
You're not God, and since masks are harmful, where there is risk, there should be choice. You're removing our freedoms and stomping on our Constitution.
Okay, I've said this many times. Yes, free country, as in freedom of speech, freedom of expression, whatever. That means, yes, freedom of speech. So you have the right to complain about having to wear the mask, but you still have to put on the fucking mask. Okay? Like, nobody wants coronavirus. Nobody wants their family to get coronavirus. Do you guys, like, just not give a fuck about the greater good? Seriously, like, it just seems like you're doing this just to be mad. Oh, I'm not gonna do it because you're telling me to do it. I want the freedom to be able to not. And it's like, dude, if people weren't telling you you have to, if Democrats weren't saying you have to wear these masks, and if it was Republicans that were the only ones saying it, you'd be out in fucking masks like Bane. Everyone would be out there like, oh, so you think that Joe Biden is your ally? Well, I was born to conservatism. Voted by it. Like, what the fuck? Wear a mask. Seriously. I know there's gonna be people sending me tweets after this episode like, oh, you fucking libtard and you're just spreading lies. We don't have to wear masks. You're just perpetuating the problem. And I don't think I'm perpetuating the problem by trying to keep people safe by just passing down the what the health experts are saying. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong by endorsing that or listening to that, because they're the health experts. They went to school for like 10 years for this shit. They know what they're talking about. Dr. Fauci, how long has he worked for presidents? He's been through like what, 5 presidencies? Come on. Listen to the man. Oh my god, what does this lady say?
Rights by these communist dictatorship orders or laws you want to mandate.
That's what my dad always calls me. He's like, oh, like, you Marxist. I'm like, do you even know what that means? No time have I ever said, like, oh, I'm for communism or I'm even for socialism. No. I just think that, yeah, like, the big banks and the big corporations have too much shit. They're hoarding all the shit, and it needs to be distributed. The shit that I'm talking about needs to be distributed a little bit more evenly. I'm not even saying like, oh, they can't have all their money. I'm just saying, come on. There are people that have no shit, and then there are people that have all of the shit. So the people with all of the shit need to give up some of their shit to the people who have no shit. I don't think that's Marxism. I think that's just taxes. Pay your fucking taxes. Stop putting them in offshore accounts. Putting your money offshore, you fucking weirdos. With your fucking private planes that go to crazy sex islands with underage teenagers. Fucking, I know what you're up to. Oh my god. But Marxist, Dad, what? No. I'm not a fucking Marxist. I'm as much of a I'm as much of a Marxist as you are a Nazi, if you're going by that logic. Okay, so are there any more of these?
We know that mandatory masking works. We've seen it work in other communities. We know that it stops the spread of COVID. We are at a crisis point.
Nobody's mentioned death. I've lost a son to this disease. I lost a grandmother and a grandfather to this disease. And I have 3 people on respirators right now. It's real.
Thank you, ma'am, for your comments today.
Yes. Thank you. there is somebody in Florida that is not a psychopath. Why? Like, Florida's hopeless. They're a lost cause. At this point, like, there's no going back for them. It's gonna be the new epicenter. If it's not already. Oh my god. Florida, what are you doing? Why would you do this to yourself, you stupid fucks? Oh my god, Florida. Okay, so that's a lot of news. I hope you like that we have like we have this setup now where I can just talk about shit and pull it up like Jamie. Do I have any other news? Trump saying Kung Flu. I just wanna look that up. He said it again.
You ever notice, we said the other night, did anybody see my speech the other night on Saturday night? Yeah. So, what I said the other night, there's never been anything where they have so many names. I could give you 19 or 20 names for that, right? It's got all different names. Wuhan. Wuhan was catching on. Coronavirus, right? Kung flu, yeah. Kung flu. COVID-19, COVID. I say, what's the 19?
What's the 19? Nobody knows. Wait, what does he say?
COVID-19, some people can't explain what the 19 is.
Some people can't explain what the 19 is. Oh my god. What? Like... Oh, I don't know, maybe the year that it was discovered, which was just last year. You know, like 6 months ago. Oh my god. But, yeah, he called it Kung Flu again, and that really pissed me off. Because, you know, being Asian is just unfortunate. But Obama said something about it at a private fundraiser. He said, "I don't want a country in which the President of the United States is actively trying to promote anti-Asian sentiment and thinks it's funny. I don't want that. That still shocks and pisses me off." That's Obama. And it pisses me off too. So, you know, I hope that we can find a way to curb racism, because it's still a huge fucking problem. And people like Representative John Fry in Ridgefield, Connecticut, who's a stupid conservative piece of shit who silences minority voices in the town because he can. We need to vote those people out. We need to ruin their lives. We need to make it so they can't do anything because they're fucking it up for us. They don't have our best interests, so why should we help them get reelected? Why should we help further their careers? Why are we not destroying their reputations and bringing them down and bringing forward every fucked up thing that they've done? Every fucked up thing they voted on. Every stupid decision. Everything. That's what we need to do. Because these people, they're selfish fucks, is what it comes down to. They're fucking selfish. They only have money on their mind. They don't care about the people at the bottom that are suffering. It's fucked. And John Fry is more worried about making sure the white Republicans are, happy, and that everybody that says Blue Lives Matter is heard, instead of the minorities that say, hey, there's racism in this town, it's still a problem. No, he banned me from the Ridgefield page. So I think it's a call to action, I guess, for my podcast people. Can you guys harass John Fry for me? At John JOHNFREY on Twitter. Because you can't, as a public servant, you're actually not allowed to silence a citizen on a public forum for the community. You can't. Somebody actually sued Donald Trump and won the case because Trump blocked him. So I might just have to do that. I could sue for, I don't know, racism. It's stupid. It's really stupid, and I know I shouldn't even be pursuing it at all, but I'm sick and tired of these motherfucking people doing their motherfucking just victory laps of whiteness. I don't know. I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah, they banned me from the page. I didn't just get... Yeah, oh my god. I didn't just get... Because it was a temporary suspension? No, he straight up banned me from the group. Yo. John Fry, your life's about to be a living hell. I'm not gonna lie, buddy. It's about to go down. So, yeah, let's get into some gossip. Might as well. Yo, fuck that guy. Oh my god, I'm so mad. Okay, this B- list actress, aka Orange, got dumped by a rebound guy and is now trying to reconcile with her ex before he becomes a permanent ex. What is... Wait, aka Orange? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Junkie Jamie King and hubby. I don't know who that is, so I don't really care. Apparently the A- list, mostly movie actress, is going to release a video she thinks will make all the difference in the world in her case against the A-list actor. The question will be, is the video real or doctored? Oh, wow. What, I'm guessing Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. What do people in the comments have to say? Click. Loading. Depp and Heard. Yep. Yes. Yes, indeed. Didn't she, like, chop his finger off or something? What was it? I think they usually broke. One named A- list rapper wanted to hit up the porn star girlfriend of the back in the day B- list reality star because some of the rapper's friends had success doing the same thing. What? I don't know this one. It's Tyga? Tyga and who? I don't know, but B- list reality star. I don't know, whatever, but wow, so if I go to the... Wow, they really threw me out of the group. Yeah, so fuck that guy. Oh my god. Literally blocked me from being able to see the group. John Frey is such a little bitch that he blocked me from the Ridgefield group permanently. Well, now he's on a podcast. Now he's made an enemy. Okay, hopefully I remember to edit this radio silence out of this, because I'm just raging right now. Fuck. So Tyga hitting up some porn star or whatever. The sexual assaulter, who also happens to play guitar for a foreign A-list group, thinks the group threw him under the bus. They could have cited COVID as the reason for canceling their tour, but made it pretty clear it is because of the guitarist. Good for them. Who? Wait, what? What foreign-born band? I'm not really, in about what's going on with the bands. Oh, Michael Clifford of 5 Seconds of Summer. No wonder I didn't know. I know nothing about 5 Seconds of Summer. Nothing. But, okay. Let's get into a relationship advice, and then we'll call it a day. How about it? Yeah. One more fuck John Fry for for the books. I caught my girlfriend giving my dad a foot massage. No, I'm good. Leaving pregnant girlfriend for cheating, that's just really sad. Follow up to my 17 female ex-boyfriend stood outside my apartment all night with a gun. What the fuck? What? My 26 female boyfriend, 29 male, won't use his real voice and it's becoming a problem. What else? Okay, I'm 99% sure I just need to grow the fuck up about this, but I can't get that last 1% off my mind. I, 38 male, am having a hard time handling my girlfriend's, 37 female, relationship/sexual history. Go ahead and preload your judgment of me now, it may be accurate. We've been together just shy of 1 year, met on Tinder and went exclusive immediately after meeting in real life. We just hit it off. My Tinder experience was uncommonly brief. I matched with her the night I installed the app after swiping on 6 or 7 girls, matching with 4 or 5. She was the only one who made me laugh in messages, the only one I asked to meet, and the rest is history. She told me there was another guy she matched with and went on a couple dates with a while before we met. But that he was kind of a dud and it never went anywhere. We had, I thought at the time, very similar stories. Previously married for the same amount of time, both our exes turned out to be manipulative cheaters. We're both originally from small towns but now live in the city. She's gorgeous, smart, funny, thinks I'm hot, smart, funny. We both had basically dead bedrooms in our marriages, and we've made up for lost time together. The sex is frequent and satisfying, and we're very compatible in that regard, as well as many, many others. But slowly over the course of the last year, I've been given more and more tidbits about the men in her past and the disparity between us in number of partners, and the criteria for choosing them is wider than I ever would have thought. To be clear, I'm the idiot who married his high school sweetheart. My relationship prior to this one lasted 20 years, the last 10 of those in marriage, the majority of them wasted. I did not spend one day of my 20s as a single guy. Consequently, my number is uncommonly low. More than 2, fewer than 6. So 4? 4? Yeah, like 4 or 5? Okay, that's not bad. It's pretty good, dude. She did not marry her high school sweetheart. She was a bit of a late bloomer and didn't really start dating until very early 20s. However, by the time she was around 27, she settled down and married the dude who is now her ex, and that marriage lasted 10 years as well. I also know she had at least one earlier relationship that lasted maybe 2 years. She told me that she's never cheated on anyone, but despite that, her number is close enough to round to 20. I also learned one night in conversation that, to my surprise, she did sleep with that other guy she met between leaving her ex-husband and meeting me. Call me old-fashioned or whatever you want, but to me, describing a few dates with a boring guy that never went anywhere isn't something I would expect to turn into someone I had sex with months later upon it coming up again. The only reason I even know her number is because I asked her during a conversation that sprung off of her letting me know that a guy who had driven us both back to my place after a party she took me to was someone she used to hook up with in her 20s. I was upset by that because of my own recent past, where my ex-wife was having a secret affair with a friend of ours, while still having the guy around in my life. My girlfriend knew about this. I knew that there was a guy or two who she might still have indirect contact with, who she'd slept with for a long time ago, and all I asked for was a heads up so that I'd never have to relive the experience of being the only person in the room who was unaware of the fact that someone else in the room had fucked my girlfriend. Turns out I got to be the only person out of the 4 in the car, including the guy's wife, who didn't know. Okay, so I'm not coming off very well here. I know it. I don't want to have a problem with my girlfriend's past. It was all way before we met. She doesn't owe me an explanation or require my approval. She's a great person and I love her. My issues over the difference between our number of sexual partners are, I'm sure, due entirely to my own hang-ups from my own past. And I have no doubt that as intimidating or upsetting as hers may be to me at times, her knowing that she's following immediately behind a 20-year relationship is probably even more intimidating from her perspective. That's true. I guess I'm less bothered by her number. I don't really think it's that crazy high, as much as I am by how most of them are from a really short period of time, and that she had lots of opportunities to tell me about old hookup friends before she finally did. That wasn't the first or second time we'd run into him together, and that right before meeting me, she slept with someone else she didn't even really like, and that I learned about all of this in drips and drabs, much of which was characterized differently at first, and then expanded upon later. Yeah, that's called the trickle truth. If that had only happened once, I'd figured I was wrong to make an assumption that later turned out to be inaccurate. The fact that it had kept happening with multiple events is starting to make me feel like those things are deliberate omissions, so that I'm sort of invited to make those assumptions. To be clear, no woman should be expected to, or feel pressured to provide a detailed rundown of their entire sexual history when they start a new relationship. I'm self-aware. I know that a big portion of my issues stem from a traditional view of relationships, and probably more than a little resentment over how I may have missed out on the wild discover yourself phase of life where it's just casual sex and hookups left and right. But then, if I could rewind and have the opportunity as a single guy in my 20s, I might just go for committed relationships anyway, because I'm not sure I'm even wired for casual sex in the first place. Amen, brother. The fact that she is with me and we have sex is tremendously significant to me. emotionally. I'm worried that the physical part might be less significant to her. I'm not worried she'll cheat, but I'm uncomfortable with what could be an imbalance of the emotional significance placed on the act of sex. How far up my own ass am I here? Keep in mind, I'm not bothered by this all the time, only when I'm home alone and it's 5 a.m. and I can't turn my brain off. And sometimes during the day, if I make the mistake of letting myself dwell on it. Damn, bro. Whew, that's a long one. I am out of breath. But, I mean, this seems like, yeah, definitely a lot of this is your insecurities, and that's not something you can necessarily control because your insecurities are based on events that have happened to you in past relationships or past experiences. So, I totally get where you're coming from. I've been there when I've dated people and they've, like, opened up to me about their sexual history, and I've learned things that I didn't necessarily want to know, and it's made me insecure or uncomfortable, and I have to, like, and I dwell on it for a while, but in time heals that shit, and after a while you just kind of absorb that information, and you just let it hit you the way that it's gonna hit you. Let yourself feel the way you feel, even express in a non-confrontational way, like, hey, like, I just feel really insecure about, you know, like, when, you remember when we talked about, like, our sexual history, and you were telling me about yours, like, don't get the wrong idea from this, it just made me really insecure. And if you say it like that, like, instead of attacking, being like, you can't tell me about why'd you tell me about these things, or you made me feel uncomfortable, just say, no, I'm just really insecure, and I'm sorry about that, but I just wanted to let you know that's how I feel. And you know, that it's just, in relationships, it's important to make it known how you feel about certain things. That's okay. It's not okay to, like, force people to do shit, like, oh, you can't tell me about these things, you're not allowed to open up. But you can be like, hey, like, yeah, like, I'm all for opening up about things, but I just feel I just need a sec, you know? I need a minute to you know, wrap my head around all of this. And I think, man, the fact that you know that this is a you thing is a big first step, because you're not blaming her. You know that, like, nothing that she did was necessarily wrong. You just come from different backgrounds and you might value sex differently. Like, it may be more sacred to you and more casual to her, but you guys can share your different ideas about it and explore what it could be. Because it doesn't have to be either one of those things. It's not black or white like that. Sex is whatever the hell you want it to be. Use your imagination, man. And, like, I think I've had this conversation with girls, and they're like, don't you think, like, a girl or a guy would be more uncomfortable learning about, like, a long committed relationship than, like, wouldn't that make somebody's significant other more uncomfortable than learning about just, like, a meaningless hookup? Well, I guess it depends on how much you value sex. Okay, so just express yourself, man. But don't be confrontational. That's all. Alright, anyways, it's hot as fuck in here. I've ranted for long enough. Fuck you, John Fry. Yeah. And everybody, this has been the Short News Podcast. I'm Alex Mador. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.
It's really that time of year, and your team might finally do it. Or if you're a Rams fan, you might just want to book the trip now. This year, Super Bowl 56 is in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, February 13th. You can scour resellers to buy an overpriced ticket closer to the day, or you can lock in the Super Bowl experience of a lifetime now with our friends at On Location. True 50-yard line seats, only available with On Location. An invite to celebrate on the field with the champs. On Location, yes, you want to craft a perfect confetti angel like I did? Go to the game with On Location, and it's not just about gameplay. From dinner with NFL legend Marcus Allen to pregame parties featuring acoustic sets for Wyclef, the official hospitality partner of the NFL is offering the most exclusive ticket packages available. Want to know how? Visit onlocationexp.com/SB56 or search Super Bowl On Location. That's right. Search Super Bowl On Location. Make the trip of a lifetime. It's your shot. Take it.